What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode number 207. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. Doing all right.
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah. Last week was a week. Last week is it was a week.
Yeah.
No, yeah. This week is gonna be another week. So
yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same steez as you got going on now. So just as soon as Monday's over, I'm like, is it Friday yet?
Yeah. I'm like, man, I don't want to live that way, you know? Like, I don't want to just wait for the weekend. So it's
live for the weekend, man.
Yeah, the whole past couple of months at work has made me have a bit of not a crisis, but just trying to figure out what I want to do next.
Do I want to work anymore?
Man, I don't think I want to work ever again.
I don't think I want to work.
So we'll figure it out. But yeah.
Can you hear water in the background, by the way?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
I think my son's getting a bath. So
nice. But I did see Dune 2 this weekend.
I was wondering, because I know you had the little miscommunication last weekend.
Little debacle last weekend. Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard some really good things about Dune 2. So yeah, let me hear them. Obviously, spoiler free, of course, I guess.
Yes, I mean, yeah, spoiler free, but the cinematography and just the setting is so. It was like so perfect, like in that regard, where like every shot felt intentional, and you know, all of the actors, like all the actors in the movie were really good. And Austin Butler's his character was really cool.
Was he still rocking the Elvis voice? I heard he can't get rid of that voice.
No, he had another voice.
Okay.
He managed to get rid of it for Dune.
Almost like he can do that whenever.
Almost like he just thought the voice was cool and wanted to keep it.
I've seen so many videos of people just like, hey, I'm Austin Butler. You know, but it's all good. It's a cool voice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's funny when people like do these biopics and they like can't get out of character.
I am become Elvis.
Yeah. It's like he spent two years with a dialect coach. Therefore I am
Elvis.
But yeah, Dude 2 was very incredible. I think it was better than the first one. And I thought the first one was really good. It just ended on such a cliffhanger. Like
I need to go back and rewatch Dune, because I feel like that's one of those movies that if you miss even like 2 seconds of dialogue, you're completely lost of what's going on.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch it, because I only saw it the one time. But
I only saw the first one when it came out in theaters, and I never watched it again. So I had to watch like a recap before going into Dune 2. Even then,
I don't think Dune went into COVID movie. Didn't it come out in 2020? I think it was
2021
Max or something. Oh,
no,
was it 2021?
It was theaters, yeah. Because
it was the dual like
dual release
theaters, and it was streaming on HBO Max. Because that's where I saw it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Even with having watched the first movie and then the recap, still kind of confusing.
Yeah.
But
the books are even crazier.
I heard like some of the books are questionable quality and kind of go in weird directions, but the first one I've gotten like maybe 100 pages into the first book and fell off of it right before the movie came out. But maybe I'll pick it up and try to read it again. It's just very, very long and very, very dense, very, very obtuse. It's kind of just a lot of world building. But yeah. Dune 2, man. It's really good.
Cool. Yeah. I want to see it. I heard great things, and I heard the ending is crazy. So
yeah, the ending's really cool.
And apparently I guess I got spoiled on how like this whole trilogy ends. So I don't know what I'm not going to say anything, but it's crazy.
You can kind of like, I don't know how it ends, but I can kind of see the direction that it's going to go based off of the end of Dune 2. So you can kind of like infer how it's inevitably going to end.
Gotcha.
But we'll see if the movie follows what you saw, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it sounds wild, but I don't know how it would happen, but I mean, I don't know. Anything's possible in a science fiction movie, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
cool. Well,
how's your week?
It was pretty good. Didn't really do too much. We did end up going out on Friday just to kind of do something for my birthday. I'm not a big like birthday guy when it's for me, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like all eyes on me kind of guy.
All eyes on me.
Oh, such a good song. So I was initially not gonna do anything, but I was like, you know what? Let's go do something. So we ended up just going to like a bar and hanging out and got some food and stuff like that.
Did you get a little birthday drink?
Yeah,
a little free drink,
No, I didn't get anything for free.
Do you go like it's my birthday?
Yeah, I had the sash on and the tiara. It's my birthday. Excuse me, it's my birthday. So yeah, we went out and hung out and for a few hours. I will say I've got. I don't understand. Like I obviously I love Uber and stuff like that. Their prices are all over the place. So it's like, okay, so I had ordered an Uber and it was from my house to the bar. It was like $12 or $13. Cool, whatever. And then nobody was picking up no driver was picking up the slot or whatever. And then it timed out. And then it refreshed and it was like $38 to go to the same spot. And I was just like, all right, well, whatever. I mean, it's still, safer and cheaper in the long run if something were to happen to my drove. So got the Uber and then on the way, and then we Ubered obviously back home and it was like $10. So I was like,
wait, when did you leave to go there?
We left at like 10:30.
Jesus. Man, you guys leave late.
Well, our buddy Antoine came with us, and he was waiting for his baby mama to pick up his daughter.
Oh, okay.
And she was running late too, so it was later than we wanted to leave. We were trying to leave around like 8:30, but I know there is a certain time threshold, like when it hits.
Yeah, 10:30 like sounds like the surge time.
Yeah, but we left the bar at like 1:30, and it was like $10. So
that's weird. Okay, you'd expect it to be at its highest at 1:30 or 2.
Yeah,
that's weird. And was it Jamestown or was it Greensboro?
It was in High Point.
So probably like a 15, 20 minute
no,
drive?
it was maybe like $10. It was right $10. It was right beside Florence Elementary. Oh. Yeah. So like 10 minutes away, maybe 12 minutes, something like that. Yeah, it was right there. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just all over the place. And then like DoorDash, like I refuse to use DoorDash like ever. It's just it's just stupid expensive.
It's just go get it if you can. Just go get it.
It's like, I want some. I think we had DoorDash Wingstop one time, and for 15 wings, a large fry, and like some carrots and celery that we didn't get, and I was very upset about that. It was like $50. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're doing DoorDash and you're ordering for 2 people, you can't get out under $30.
Oh no,
it's impossible.
Yeah. It's
so
crazy.
Word to the wise.
Yeah,
don't do
it.
I
try to never use it if I can avoid it. Obviously, some scenarios, if you've been drinking, or I don't know, some people don't have a car, or whatever, so they have to use it. But
the one thing that's nice about where I live is we have Flytrex, we have the drone.
Yeah,
it's free delivery, so it's really nice. But it's very limited. It's only the restaurants like on the strip. Yeah, but it's got like pizza, wings.
Yeah, I did after you sent the video, I did download the app, and it was like not available in your area yet.
It's so weird that it's available here of all places, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's loud though.
You said it's loud.
Yeah, because it comes to this neighborhood. We're like right across the street from it, but it comes here all the time. Like,
oh, really? That's pretty funny.
I just always hear a little drone buzzing overhead.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Would you want to dive into to what we've been playing?
Let's do it.
Cool. Let's start off with Balatro.
Let's start with Balatro.
So, I guess for those who don't know, it's a roguelike card game. So if you know how to play poker, like you've got a pretty good sense of how to play this, but
even if you don't,
even if you don't, I mean, there's you click like minus or select or whatever on the controller, and it tells you like all the different options you have. Straight flush, all that stuff, but yeah, and then you add the jokers as like the twist. It's like the to multiply your points and stuff like that. I struggled so hard on I was trying with the red deck, and I just couldn't do it. I would get stopped. Like I think I made it to like the 7th ante, and then I would end up losing maybe on that one or like the next one or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little frustrated because I just could not get over that hump. And then you proposed that I should try the yellow deck, which I think you get more money, like you get more interest.
Yeah.
And that definitely, I mean, I was rolling in cash.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up going the flush route. So I upgraded like my flush level to level 18, and your base flush gets multiplied by so many points just off of that. Plus, you have, certain joker cards that can enhance your flush too. And it's really for all of them. I mean, it's just, it's all run based. So you may try to focus on flush on one run, but then focus on, a straight or, whatever, another run. I ended up going the flush route with that one. It worked out. And finally got my first and only
Let's go.
W. But hey, we're there.
You're there. Now you know the winning strategy. Like I think the main thing is out of your 5 jokers that you have, one of them needs to be a multiplier.
Yes.
One of them needs to be, or one of them needs to be a times multiplier. One of them needs to be a plus multiplier, and then you need to have some sort of plus chip or something like that. And then if you can get another multiplier on top of that, then you're going to get probably money. You're gonna get money. You can get up.
Well, I had the one where if you keep the kings in your hand, you get a multiplier off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it worked out. I'm still playing. I'm curious to know how many hours I put into it, because it's got to be a lot at this point. It's probably 15 to 20.
Yeah, I think I'm at just about 20 hours.
Okay.
In it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've won 6 times. I won with the red, blue, yellow, green, black, and the checkered deck. And I tried with the checkered deck. I tried to do like the higher difficulty, which I think the small blinds don't give you like the base earnings per win. Yeah. You still get the winning. You still get like the interest and
is that the abandoned deck? Is that the one?
No, that's just the red chip. Like so.
Oh, that's right.
You could do it with any deck. I don't know what the abandoned deck is.
I think the abandoned one you don't have any face cards in.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think about. I haven't tried that one yet. I've unlocked it, but I haven't tried it.
Trying to think of like what jokers would be good in a deck without any face cards, but.
Yeah, I don't know, because then that's a very small deck you can play from, right? Because I'm sure I'm sure they don't get replaced with anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but the most fun deck has definitely been the checkered one with 26 spades and 26 hearts. Because then I had my flush up to level like 28 by the time.
Yeah, that one you can really just focus on. Obviously, just 2 suits and really.
Yeah. And I had this joker where it levels up whatever hand you first discard. So like I would start a hand, I would discard a flush, and it would level that up. And then I would just play flushes for the rest of the hand. And doing that, I was able to like get at least 1 level on my flush each round. And then it's a cool game, man. It's cool.
Really, and it's
really
one guy
cool.
that made it, which is insane. Yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend it for anybody that just. I mean, it's $15, so it's a pretty low asking price, and I think it's like the perfect, or maybe not perfect, kind of just like a wind down game. You know, play a few runs in bed, or be like me and stay up till like 2:30 in the morning trying to beat a run and couldn't do it.
And if you're turned off by like if you're turned off by roguelikes, just treat this as like a game of solitaire. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's kind of like just a card game.
Is Solitaire the ultimate roguelike?
Might be. Well, no, because you don't get it. You don't unlock anything.
Yeah, you don't unlock anything. But do you unlock like card backs? Like the, you know what I'm talking about? Like the back of the cards. Don't those change
In solitaire?
in Solitaire, right? Do you unlock those? Maybe not. Maybe you have like, because I know there's like different options for the back of the cards that you can choose from, but I don't know in like the base game if you unlock that stuff. I think it's just
Maybe you do.
Are
you talking about like for digital versions of solitaire?
Yeah, for digital.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Well, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, Balatro is pretty darn good. Yeah.
It's like it's a game I could literally recommend to anyone.
Yeah.
And anyone would probably like it. Like everyone would probably like it to some degree. Transcends video games. It's just a game.
Yeah, it's just a game.
It's just a game.
It's just a game. I'll talk some more about Spider-Man 2. I love this game.
Hell yeah.
I can't get enough of it. I spent just about the whole day yesterday playing Spider-Man 2. I'm at the very end. I'm like maybe 27 out of 31 missions. So I'm getting pretty close. Like I've already, fought Venom, or well, I don't want to spoil anything, but obviously Venom's in the game. I mean,
obviously you fight Venom at some point.
But I've gotten to the point where Venom is now like the main antagonist. So
damn.
Yeah.
You got this last week.
Yeah, I've been playing through it, Nick. I've been playing it. But yeah, I love everything about it. I know I had not complained, but a couple days ago we were texting. I was like, man, this game really just never shuts up, and that's still absolutely the case. I mean, this is not a good like podcast game to play, because with open world games, like I like to throw in a podcast or something like that, or some music and just play. But this game, like literally every 15, 20 seconds, somebody's calling in, some sort of radio thing is going on, and I know you can turn it off, but it like comes out of the controller, which is cool. It's a cool gimmick, but yeah, I mean, it's like every time you're swinging, it's somebody's got something to say to.
Yep.
I was like, all right, Spider-Man, you should not have given out your identity to so many people. Which is also crazy. Like everybody knows who he is. Like I feel like there's just too many people that knows who he is.
Like the entire school knows who he is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. For the most part, I'm liking like all the side quests. Like I kind of the main thing. Like I'll just kind of go through the missions or go towards the mission, and then knock out 3 or 4 side quests along the way. Because they're all pretty engaging, and most of them are pretty short for the most part. The ones I haven't loved is the symbiote nests, where you have to plant the bombs, and then you have to wait 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes. That one, there was a couple times where I got down to like 5 seconds and died, because it's just so many enemies coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
But by that time, like the powers that you get are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I think I probably like to play as Miles more than Peter. I think his powers are a little bit cooler. Obviously the Venom powers Peter has is cool. But yeah, I think they do a good job of like slowly unlocking, abilities and stuff like that are meaningful and useful. Yeah, it's nice. Good, man. I like it a lot.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you would have played it last year, where would it have fallen? Would it have fallen on your top 10?
Probably. I mean, it's a very good sequel to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like it's a very good one of those. Kind of the same like feeling I had with God of War. I really loved God of War. But you know, it was a really good, you know, sequel to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely would have been on my top 10. I think so.
Nice.
But it's real good.
Yeah, I didn't vibe with the side stuff, and
like I'll probably 100% it. Like I'll probably do everything.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't vibe with it that much, and it's weird because with Final Fantasy Rebirth, like it's kind of the same type of side content where you're, you know, for more or less going to towers and then doing like combat encounters and all of this stuff to complete an area.
Yeah.
But I'm liking it more in a game like Rebirth than I was in Spider-Man. And I don't really know why, because I love the traversal in Spider-Man. I just didn't. I felt like they could have done more with the traversal part, because that's the most fun part of the game to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what they could have done. Like maybe like obstacle courses or something like that. Like expanded on.
Yeah, I mean they have like
way.
the drone.
Yeah, they have
flying
the
where
flying one. That one's cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. But yeah, you're right. They don't. Yeah, there's other than that one. There's no other like flying ones. Which I mean they nailed. I mean Spider-Man 1 was already great, but this one just feels like I haven't even fast traveled on one time in this entire game. Like even if it's like 3,000 meters across New York, I'm just like, no, I think I'll just swing. I did try one time, but there was something with the story where it wouldn't let me fast travel. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm going to immediately jump into Miles Morales when I'm done, because I might get a little burned out. But I heard that was like a even smaller experience too. So
yeah,
and I'm curious to see how, like, because this one, I think the Miles Morales takes place in like Christmas time, so like there's snow everywhere, so it'll be a nice change of scenery. But yeah, I'll probably wait a little bit before I jump in. But yeah, I'm loving it.
Hell yeah,
it's my type of game.
First PS5 game that you're gonna complete.
Yeah,
nice.
It's good.
Hell yeah,
it's quite good.
Have you played any? Let's see, what else do you have? Demon Souls.
I have played like maybe 30 minutes of Demon Souls. I booted it up a few nights ago, just so I can try it out. Man, is that game buttery smooth? Oh my god,
yeah.
It feels like
clean.
Like it doesn't. Is it higher than 60 frames per second? It's got to be higher.
No, I think it's 60. I think it's just it looks really good.
Yeah, it just feels really good. Smooth, and it looks great too. And I think this is the. I don't think I've played a Soulsborne game since Elden Ring. So it was very back to familiarity, I think. Without because I don't think Demon Souls doesn't open up, right? It's just all typical like Dark Souls,
Yeah, there's like 5 pillars, and you go into each world. There's effectively five worlds.
Yeah. Okay.
I would like. I don't know how far you got. Have you died yet? I guess.
I don't think I've died.
Okay.
I remember going to like I can't remember which, because I don't know what options you get if you only get the one option, but I'm in like the castle, and I just did kind of the first circle around back to the bonfire or whatever. So I'm still very early.
I would look up a guide to just start, because I remember there being something weird where the first time you die, you like lose half of your max health.
Oh, weird.
Something like that. So if you die within the hub world, you can save your humanity or whatever and not lose half your health. I'm probably wrong about that, but there's something you should look up before you die for the first time.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of archaic in that way where.
Yeah, I mean obviously like I died to like the first boss, because I think you're supposed to lose in that typical Soulsborne fashion. So yeah, it's good. It's again, it feels just buttery smooth, man.
Nice.
It feels really good. So can't wait to get that into that one once I've finished up Spider-Man. But yeah, still gotta get back into Helldivers too. I mean, I just played that one time that we played. Want to play some more of that.
Yeah, I've been playing some more. I should have texted you this weekend and asked if you wanted to play, but
yeah,
I every time I got on, I saw that you were on like 10 minutes ago.
Ah, gotcha.
So I just missed you every time, but Helldivers 2 is really cool, man. It's
I heard they just nerfed a couple of the weapons and people aren't too happy about.
Yeah,
which
but they added mechs.
Feels weird when you nerf a PvE game.
Yeah,
it's like, why can't people just have like the powerful weapons? But
it's do you want people to buy use real money on other weapons? Is that what you're trying to do? It's like it's always a little sketchy.
Yeah,
but they added mechs. They added
that's what I heard.
The ability to call them down when you jump into a planet. So it's cool. Yeah,
you get to ride them.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like Titanfall.
It's a lot slower.
Okay.
It's like short mechs.
Gotcha.
10 feet tall, not 30 feet tall. But they're very cool. Yeah, really enjoying Helldivers. It's just a good game to jump in, play a few matches, and then get out. I never played for too long. It's just Alicia just was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right. You went a 4-hour bender last.
Yeah, I always play Helldivers 2 for 20 minutes, and then that's it. And then I hang out with my wife.
Now she's gone.
6.
Yeah. Well, I got to get back into Helldivers too.
No. I was kidding. I said I usually play for about an hour. At least 2 hours. Yeah. She's
tops.
She's not as good as time. Not as good at time as I am.
Yeah, I want to jump back in and continue on that. But I've just been
grinding away at Spider-Man. Yeah.
And I love, man. I didn't think that I would love it this much, but the haptic feedback on the controller just feels so cool. Every time I do cool. The Sandman, one of the Sandman missions, and you got to crumble up the stone or whatever. It just feels awesome. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool controller.
It is. It's objectively mechanically cooler than the Xbox controller. I still like the feel of the Xbox controller better.
I do too. Yeah, when I'm playing Spider-Man after a couple hours, and that game is obviously very button mashy. My hands hurt after I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm just but
it almost feels like the controller is too big in weird spots.
Yeah, I was getting kind of that vibe too.
You know what I mean? The handles are a little too wide.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But everything feels everything else feels really good.
Yeah, I mean it feels even compared to just the basic Xbox controller. I mean it feels miles better in terms of quality. It feels very premium.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool controller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool.
Hopefully when if Xbox does their controller, it'll be as good.
Yeah.
But did you talk about Final Fantasy? I know you talked about the open world.
No, I didn't. I didn't talk about Final Fantasy.
Okay. How's that going?
I love it. I love it so much more than the first game.
Should I play Intergrade at all?
Don't play Intergrade. Just
jump in.
Just get it.
I really want to play it, but I heard really great things about Final Fantasy VII when it first came out, and now a few years later, people are like, that game there's some slowness about the game, and maybe that's just people, now that they got their hands on, Rebirth. Obviously a sequel is going to be, or hopefully it's better, but I feel people don't look back fondly on that game.
It's literally it's way more open. I mean, way more open than remake. But remake just felt a little claustrophobic. it felt like it should have been more open than it was, and I don't think it was a good idea for it all to take place in Midgard because it's out like you're outside. It's like you're not within, you're not in four walls, but it kind of feels like you are.
Yeah.
If that makes sense for 90% of the game.
And it's like an industrial city, right? So it's like pretty bleak.
Yeah, pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like steampunk looking.
Yep.
Yeah, very much that. And then just the visual difference of stepping out into the grasslands and Rebirth for the first time. Because like I was a little disappointed when I started Rebirth and when I started Rebirth and it felt a little bit like more of the same. I was like, oh my god, like this is so linear.
I've got the demo downloaded, so I'm gonna check it out.
And I think the demo takes place in the more linear part.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I vibe with the combat, like that's fine because I didn't have that. I didn't play 20 or 30 hours in Midgar, so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just the difference of stepping out into the world in Rebirth versus not really having that moment in Remake, and me not having the nostalgia for the original.
Yeah,
I like Rebirth a lot more. Sure, it has like the open world tropes of, oh, go to this tower, and when you activate it, it'll show you a couple of other places you can go to.
The Ubisoft.
Yeah, kind of the Ubisoft. So it's kind of taking game design from 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
And putting it into Final Fantasy, but
that clip you posted of Barrett jumping or climbing, whatever, it looks silly. So bad. Like it's just
not the game's strong suit. I don't know why they added climbing, and I don't know why it's so slow.
Yeah,
but it's weird. The climbing is.
And then what were you? I mean, obviously, I'll experience when I play it, but what was like the old school look thing you were playing?
So it's a mini game.
Okay.
It's called Fort Condor.
Okay.
And it's in the second. Well, I think it's in a lot of other parts of the game, but like it's featured in the second open area of the game, and you have to play 4 different challenges or 4 different levels to fully like complete the map. You have to go to different areas and find this thing, and then you do like a Fort Condor battle. You're like playing inside of a board game that you come across in the world.
Okay.
But it's like a lane battler where you have 2 lanes, and you build up like points, and then you send out fighters into the field, and they try to go across to the other lane and destroy the main defense. And my God, I was on the 4th one last night for like an hour and a half trying to beat it. And this is it's just like a side quest mini game. Like it's not integral to the main plot, but I just could not beat this thing for the life of me. So I finally looked up a guide. Yeah. And then I beat it first try. But
nice. Have you come across, isn't there like a card game in there too?
Yeah, Queen's Blood.
Also
very cool. Very cool game. Yeah. I've played I've played it at every chance that I got. So I've probably played like 10 rounds of it so far. It's really cool. There are some. It's kind of a mixed bag. There's like the Queen's Blood and Fort Condor, I think, are really good. There's like a weird one where you have to like funnel like Muggles. You have to funnel Muggles into this into the square area, and that was kind of weird. Yeah, there's a lot of mini games. There's a lot of side stuff in this game.
Chocobo racing.
Yeah, Chocobo racing. I haven't
done
that yet, but I've caught Chocobos and I can ride Chocobos.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful game. It's really enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I'll check out that. I'll at least check out the demo.
Check out.
I might boot up Integrate and see how I like it. I may really like it. I don't know. I'm not the biggest like new age Final Fantasy guy, but I mean, I guess to be fair, I haven't really experienced it. But I mean, I played the Final Fantasy demo and the original one. Well, the remake one a few years ago, but I think I liked it, but I didn't like love it enough for me to get it on PS4. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I will say, Rebirth reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy 15 in a good way, where it's kind of a podcast game a little bit,
Okay.
where you can spend 10 hours just going through the open world and checking things off if you want to, or you can go progress the story. But I've chosen the former route.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like most. Like
that
story's been
sounds
okay,
like
it's
very like Tears of the Kingdom-esque, where you can just
just
go in
go
the world and
wherever.
explore. There's always something to do, and there's always somewhere to check out, a shrine to do, or something like that. I love. It's hard to play those games back to back, but like once or twice a year, or something like that. Yeah, that's fun to play. Cool. Well, anything else you've been playing? Any more Unicorn Overlord? Did you finish that demo?
I played a little bit more of the demo. Have not finished it yet.
Okay.
I can't pick this up right now. I got too many games to play.
Yeah, and that's how I feel right now, man. Like I've got so much.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Helldivers 2 and Balatro were not at all on my mind coming into 2024.
Well,
and now here we are.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like that. Like I think it was Friday I was going to play more Spider-Man, but then I might have played some Balatro at work a little bit, just set to the side. I probably would have finished Spider-Man by now if it wasn't for Balatro.
Yeah,
but let me just get one run in real quick, and
one
then it turns
set
into
of 7 runs.
Yeah, and then if you do a good run, it's like 35 minutes or whatever.
Have you turned up the fast forward?
I need to do that. I definitely need to.
It makes it a lot faster. You can get through like a full run in like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, because
I need to turn that
4 times as fast.
Yeah, I haven't, but yeah, I need it. I saw that. I didn't even know you could do that until I started watching this guy on YouTube, and he's like, yeah, just turn on 4 times speed. Well, yeah, I think that's all I've been playing. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, let's dive into the news. We'll start it off sad, and we'll end on a little bit happier note. But Akira Toriyama passed away, creator of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. I'm sure he's done some other work too. I can't. He did like Blue Dragon from the Xbox 360 and stuff like that. But he passed away. I believe it was on Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday our time. I guess he was battling some sort of disease or something. I'm not quite sure. But I think it was. I mean, it was pretty unexpected. I'm sure his his close friends and family were aware, but I don't know. I feel like with the Japanese culture, they don't come out and specifically say if they're sick or not.
No, normally not until it's bad enough where.
Yeah, towards the end.
Yeah. It's like I don't know what the reason for that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they also want to work. They keep working too. It's not it's not like they're bedridden or something like that, but they're also like working the same amount.
Right.
Which is good, but also not good if you're sick. But so yeah, that was super sad to hear. I mean, Dragon Ball was such, and it still is a very big part of my life, part of my childhood growing up. I mean, just his influence on just gaming and the manga and anime. Like I don't think anime would have been as popular if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. Obviously, people consider Dragon Ball like a pretty basic anime, like a first timers kind of anime. And I'm sure if Dragon Ball didn't exist, there would be something else to replace it. But I don't think it could have been like that, like on that level.
I don't think it would have had the cultural impact.
No, not at all. Not especially like impacting it. Everything has got some sort of Dragon Ball influence in there, with leveling up and transformations and stuff like that. So yeah, huge bummer. that we lost him, but hopefully the team around him can continue on, his legacy, and so
yeah.
Let's talk about. So we'll get away the sad news out of the way. We'll talk about Mario Day, Nick. Mario Day happened on Sunday. Martin Day. So Nintendo does this every year. Sometimes it's not so much news. Sometimes it is.
They hyped it up more this year than they ever have. Yeah. So they announced a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean they had a bunch of stuff leading up to it. Even like the Peach demo came out, which I have not played yet.
I have played it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? I want to. I think we're both like on the, And
to say I only played half of the demo.
Okay.
Yeah, I played I think there's two portions. There's the ninja, and then there's the baker.
Yeah.
Portion. Played the ninja one. It was fine. Like it reminded me of a kind of a Kirby game, except easier.
Yeah.
Of a 2D Kirby game, or either Kirby or Yoshi. Probably more Yoshi.
Okay. And it is a side. It's a.
It's a side. I mean, it's like a what is it called? 3D, 2D.
A 3D model in a 2D world, or
yeah, and you can walk on a 3D plane.
Okay.
But it's still from the kind of like a side perspective.
Kind of like kind of like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good comparison. Very, very simple combat. 2 buttons. One is to jump, one's to attack, and then your attack is also a dodge if you press attack at the right time, and same for your jump button. Okay. So that's a little weird. I think they just tried to simplify it as much as they could, and then with the level I played, and it was a pretty lengthy level. There were over 10 hidden coins that I could get. They weren't super well hidden, but granted, this was the first level, and there's gonna each profession has more than one level to it, which is good. Like it's not just a one-off.
Like a world or whatever, and then you just do a bunch of levels with that profession.
Yeah, or I think you do like a floor of 5 different professions, and then you go up to the next floor, and you have it's Ninja 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I'm interested to see what the reviews say about this game, but like after the demo, I'm not super hyped up on it. Not that I was like really hyped up going into it, but
yeah, I was curious about it, but
yeah,
as someone who's kind of Mario'd out at the moment, this doesn't seem like something I want to spend money on. But yeah, I've got it downloaded. I'm gonna try it for myself. But yeah, if you're not feeling it, then I imagine I probably feel the same way.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Kellen will like it. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think I told him I had it downloaded, but he hasn't tried it yet. So
it would probably be too easy for him too.
Yeah, and either way, I don't think I'm gonna pick it up anyways. Like even if he likes it.
Yeah.
There's just too much right now. Like I still want to play some more. Have you even tried Mario versus Donkey Kong yet?
No, I haven't.
Is it still sealed?
It's still sealed. Bro, I would, but
Balatro. Too much to play. Yeah, Balatro, man. Balatro. I want to try it, but yeah, it never seemed like it was going to be the next, like Mario, platformer kind of game.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, this game comes out alongside Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah, that's so weird.
And Rise of the Ronin. So it's in a weird spot. Granted, it's not competing with those, but
I'm a little nervous about how Dragon's Dogma is going to run on the consoles.
Yeah. Isn't it going to be like a lot? Is it? No, it's an unlocked 30, right?
It's unlocked 30, but a lot of people who have gotten either review codes or like previews say that it can potentially drop down into the teens.
I'm worried that a lot of the reviews are going to be PC reviews, and the console versions are just going to be just diarrhea.
Yeah, because I mean, some people are like comparing it to Elden Ring, and I'm like, let's not do that
Hold on.
now. Let's not do that because
It is kind of crazy that they released a character builder or character creator before the game came out.
I've seen some crazy builds of people that like just
seen Paul from Dune.
I've seen
cool.
Leon from RE4. Yeah, I've seen some interesting character. Yeah, it seems pretty extensive. But yeah, and I really hope it's good because it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I would say out of the 3 games that are coming out on that day, probably Dragon's Dogma.
And what's the other game?
Rise of the Ronin. For PS5. That one I'm just not super keen on.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, like you said, I'm not a big Team Ninja guy. Like I liked Wolong, but I didn't like it enough to finish it.
I think none of their games feel fluid.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's something uncanny about the way that their games play.
Even especially like the movement is just, even the running is weird. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's hard to describe it. Oh, but I did go back to Spider-Man for like 2 seconds. I unlocked the Into the Spider-Verse suit. So cool.
Wait, I never. Is that the one that runs at like 5 frames?
At like 5 frames. Oh my god, it is so cool. Yeah, it's awesome. All the suits in that game are pretty badass.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Like I had the I think they called it the Forever suit, but it's the Black Panther like version of Spider-Man suit. So pretty cool. I prefer the way you unlock the suits in this game versus having to find the backpacks for the other ones. That way you can just unlock what you want, and then you can unlock like different color variations too, which is really cool. But anyways, back to Mario. So we got like a random like movie announcement, which
Mario 2.
People we aren't, and I really wish like Nintendo wasn't so vague with their announcements, because some people think it's just a Mario 2, which is probably the case, but the way Miyamoto phrased it, it's in the Mario universe or in the Mario world. So it's like, could it be the Donkey Kong thing? But then the guy from Illumination said, can't wait to return to the Super Mario. I don't know. It wasn't super clear. But
yeah, they're unnecessarily vague about it. And same with the Zelda movie. I mean,
just say 2.
Granted, very, very early on with Zelda, but just say we're making a sequel. Well, didn't they say sequel, or did they just say we're making a new movie in the Super Mario universe?
Yeah, something like that.
Just say we're making a sequel. We know that's what you're doing. You're not.
Yeah, which, I mean, we already knew there was going to be another one coming out, anyways. Because
the first one made $1 billion.
Yeah. But they said it was April 6 or something, 2026. So 2 years away, but. I mean, I enjoyed the first one for what it was. It was good.
Like I'm not going to watch it again. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I need to watch it again just because I have. I mean, I've only seen it the one time, and it's on Netflix too. So
yeah,
I'll probably watch it one more time. But like I think Kellen's seen it like 2 or 3 times at this point at school. They watch it sometimes.
Oh, they do. That's cool.
Yeah, so he's seen it because I was like, buddy, you want to watch it? You want to watch the Mario movie? He's like, I've already seen it a couple times. I'm like, what are you talking about? You've only seen it once. He's like, I watch it in school all the time. I was like, okay, all right, well, that's cool. Yeah, I think that was just weird. I don't know. I feel like they just didn't have anything necessarily else for Mario Day, so they're like, let's just let them know we're making another one. It's like, okay, thanks.
Well, I feel like that's big for shareholders. You know,
yeah.
But I guess that's a big announcement,
cool.
right?
Cool. I'm nitpicking, but it's cool.
But it's expected.
Yeah, very expected.
And it's not necessarily gaming related.
No.
Yeah. And then they stapled those 2 release dates onto the end of that.
Oh yeah, for Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we would get a new trailer or
something.
Maybe like some, because people are thinking that there's going to be some extra content for Paper Mario. I don't know about Luigi's Mansion 2, but like maybe a trailer for those. But also, there's a rumored direct next month.
Oh shoot, that's next month.
Yeah, so there's the rumored direct next month. So that those could very well be in those in that direct. Because is it Paper Mario coming out in May?
Yeah,
then,
Paper Mario in
Luigi's
May.
Mansion in June.
Yep.
Okay, so we know what up until June of what they're doing, and then after that we have no clue.
Nothing. I think Metroid Prime 4 is the holiday game.
I think it's going to get announced next month.
Yeah,
and they're going
I think
to
so.
Start the marketing train on that.
Yeah, I think it'll be Prime 4 and then 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Announced.
As long as it runs. I mean, Metroid Prime Remaster ran great. So, I mean, obviously, 4 is a brand new game, but yeah, as long as it runs good, I'm happy. But yeah, I think this is the year for the Metroid. I think it's gonna be the last game for the Switch, and then it's all eyes on Switch 2.
Yeah, I would even say that we could get a 2D remake Metroid this year as well.
Cool. Yeah. Ooh, I mean, I just played through Fusion, but I would like a remaster
Fusion
of that
remake.
one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I really want them to do Super, but
yeah,
Fusion would also be really cool.
I think is Super the sequel to Metroid, the original? That's a sequel, right?
It's a third one, so it's Metroid 2 and then
Metroid. So it's Metroid 2, and then Super Metroid. Okay.
Or they could add
Metroid 1 got remade, and that's
Zero.
Which
Mission.
one's that's Zero Mission? Okay.
And then
Return of Samus is 2.
So,
okay.
So Super would be the next one.
Okay.
But I do hope they add Zero Mission to NSO because I want to play that one. And that one's remade in the same vein as, or same art style as Fusion.
Okay.
So I think it'll play just as good.
Yeah,
as Fusion
does.
I
mean, Fusion played really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty cool to get some news on the weekend. We typically don't get news from Nintendo on the weekend, so that was cool. And then they also they dropped 3 new Mario games on the NSO as well, like Mario
Tennis,
Golf.
I think both.
Mario Golf, and something else, right?
Yeah. And they were all GBA or Game Boy. I think they were Game Boy.
Yeah, it's Dr. Mario, Mario Tennis, and Mario Golf. All for two for Game Boy Color, and then one Dr. Mario was on the original Game Boy.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then they had a bunch of I think they still have a bunch of sales going on right now too for all the Mario stuff. So yeah.
Cool. Sorry, are we? Was there anything else for Mario Day? Was that it?
I think that was it. I mean, there was the announcement of the Lego stuff, like the Mario Kart coming in 2025.
Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Actually, let me pull a picture up of that
because that's like
the. They have it on their website.
What's the adult Lego sets called? I know you have
sure.
You have one for the the Mandalorian.
Oh, I don't think they're called 18 plus.
Yeah, I guess
it might have a specific name. Yeah, it just says 18 plus on the box.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Nice.
For Mario Day.
Well, happy Mario Day.
Happy Mario Day. Are you excited for Paper Mario or Luigi's Mansion?
I'm very excited for Paper Mario.
Okay, because you never played that one, right?
Yeah. Are you excited? Are you not excited? You're Mario now. So.
At this moment in time, I'm not super excited. But I do want to play it because I do like Paper Mario a lot. But and Thousand Year Door is definitely the best one out of all of them. So
yeah,
I'm probably more excited when we get closer to that release. So there's not much else to play. But yeah, right now I'm not super hyped. But we'll see.
It is weird that this is releasing so close to RPG, Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, because I mean, this was like Paper Mario was like kind of the next step for RPG. They have, they share a lot of the same mechanics, but yeah, I'll play it when it comes out, but I'm not like overly excited for it right now.
You have to finish at least one Mario game.
I do. I do have to get through Wonder and RPG. I'll get through them.
You'll get through them. You'll do it. You'll do it. It's not in our notes, but Stellar Blade had a demo drop on the PlayStation Store. And then it got removed.
I tried to find it. Oh, it got removed. Okay.
And not only did it get removed from the store, it got removed from people's library after they downloaded it.
Is that what people were like up in arms about?
Yeah.
But I mean, if it wasn't supposed to go live, I feel like that's fair game for PlayStation to do that.
Yeah, but it's just like, is that overreaching?
I mean, I get where people are coming from because it's obviously digital, and that just shows that PlayStation and Xbox or whatever, they can yank them at any time they want.
Yeah.
So I get that, but also like if it wasn't supposed to happen and you weren't technically supposed to be able to download it, I get why they pulled it. But
yeah, but it also sucks because apparently the demo is really good.
That's what I heard too, and that's why I was trying to download. But I didn't know about all the controversy of it getting yanked. I thought it was just on the store, and then I was looking for it, and I was like, oh well, it's not there because I do really want to try this game out because it does look really good.
Yeah, I think it was posted early, or it was released early for whatever reason. Like Sony demos typically don't come out until a few weeks before launch.
Yeah, which this game comes out in April?
Yeah, I think it's late April.
Okay.
So it's a ways out, but yeah, this is definitely one of those games I could use a demo.
Yes, just strictly I just want to see how it plays because I heard people like saying again it plays like a Souls-like or something like that, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I would love to play a demo.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
Let's see. Nick, you remember multiverses?
What is that? Is that a multiverse game? Which multiverse? There's so many of them.
Yeah, gosh. So this was supposed to be the Super Smash Brothers killer. Not really.
It's Rising from the Dead.
It's Rising from the Dead. But yeah, this game got I mean, they had a battle pass, and they had you could buy characters and stuff like that, and then they took it offline because they always said it was technically in open beta, so they took it offline. You could still play it, I think, offline with like your friends if you had it, but I think they took off the store completely, so you couldn't download it as like a new user, and they said it was gonna they were going to work on it and re-release it in 2025 and the 1.0 form. And here we are, May 28th. It's coming back. So yeah.
Did you have to buy it again?
Well, it's free. It's free to play.
It's free to play. Okay.
Yeah, and I think all of your stuff, if you've already previously purchased stuff in the store, you can still play with all that stuff. But yeah, it's got upgraded visuals. They moved over to Unreal Engine 5. There's a brand new PvE mode.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cross play, cross progression across, I believe, everything. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if they showed off any new characters, although I don't remember Iron Giant being in it originally. Or I think Harley Quinn was in there. But yeah, the game where you can fight as Shaggy versus LeBron James. I mean,
wait, LeBron
interesting
James
concept. Yeah, well, he plays it's all the Warner Brothers IPs. So it's from oh gosh, what's that basketball movie?
Oh God, like Looney
Space
Tunes?
Jam.
Space Jam.
Yeah, And like Rick and Morty's in there, the Gizmo from Gremlins,
Arya Stark is in there.
Arya Stark from Game of Thrones is in there, Tom and
What
Jerry.
the hell?
Did you ever play this?
No.
Okay.
Stripe.
It's not bad. Obviously it's, kind of a Smash Brothers clone, but it doesn't have like the percentage based thing. So like,
what is it based off of?
Well, I think it's just. I think you had to knock them out with. Maybe there was percentages, but you have to knock them out with like a special move or something.
Okay.
It was kind of like PlayStation All Stars from back in the day on the PS3. I think it was kind of similar to that. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean,
it's free to play, so I mean,
yeah.
Try it out if you want to. I feel like I'm trying to sell the game to you, but I mean, it's pretty. It was decent for what it was.
And you played it?
I did, yeah. I played. Okay. I played a few matches.
It
was pretty different. I mean, they had like, Superman was like kind of a heavier build. Like Shaggy was a little bit quicker, and they all had like their own unique move sets and stuff based on based on the character itself. Like Shaggy had like, the Shaggy meme where he goes like Ultra Instinct Shaggy, like he transforms into that at some like in the game. Cool. Like they went full meme on it. So it's cool.
How does this compare to Nickelodeon All Star?
I would say I haven't played the second one. But the first one felt very just mediocre. Like there was no voice acting in there at first. Like it just, it wasn't great. I think Multiversus is. I thought I had a better time with it. But if we're just comparing it to Smash Brothers, like Smash Brothers is 100 times better, in my opinion. But so, and I'm not a big Smash guy anymore. So
I get what they're trying. I mean, the thing is, everyone owns a bunch of IP, right? Nickelodeon,
and it's all Warner Brothers, and they own. I mean, so much stuff. So it's a cool concept, It's like it's literally the Smash Brothers of for Warner Brothers. So it's neat.
Sorry, I'm looking at All Stars Brawl's roster.
Right okay.
Okay, it's got Korra, Nigel Thornberry,
Korra.
Plankton.
I think Aang's in there too. Yeah, SpongeBob.
Okay. Huh. What
did you see the $700 SpongeBob Xbox?
Yeah, I did.
It's ridiculous.
Of course, Xbox is doing that. What universe would you want to see like a Smash like game for?
I mean, PlayStation tried it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Playing as Kratos versus the Big Daddy from BioShock. Like that was a really cool. It just didn't play very well.
Yeah.
I mean, Nickelodeon. I mean, obviously we have this one, so we've already got Nickelodeon stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they can pull from. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Now that Xbox owns all of these IP,
that could be cool.
They could do something. Maybe not a 2D brawler. I don't even know what they would do instead.
Or the answer is just Fortnite. Fortnite's
Fortnite's the answer. Just put your characters in Fortnite.
Yeah. Good old Fortnite. I thought about booting it back up. They added Korra into Fortnite, so I was like,
oh god, you can't do it, man. You can't get sucked back in.
No, I can't. Plus, I heard this season wasn't like it didn't start off super strong. I don't think a lot of people like it.
What is it? Chapter 5, season 2.
Sure.
Is that what we're on?
It's like the myths and something season.
Yeah. Is it Ghostbusters? Is there Ghostbusters in it? Myths and monsters.
It's myths. Yeah, I don't think it's Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters is coming to Destiny. If that's what you're thinking of.
Oh,
yeah, they're adding like I think they're adding like a Ghostbuster gun to Destiny, which is super random. But
Okay, this is Greek gods.
Greek god. Yeah, it's like god,
Yeah.
mythology, stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
you can get like a Zeus lightning bolt and stuff like that. So I don't think they'll ever top the Dragon Ball stuff. That was just insanely fun.
Just goated.
Having like in the final circle, having like 10 people just all using the Kamehameha at the same time it was awesome.
Man, you can't beat just the impact of Dragon Ball.
And then
it's always cool.
And then going into the worlds or whatever, like the pre-built levels, and you could watch full episodes of Dragon Ball, like with everybody in the lobby. Oh, it was so good. It was so much fun.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. All right. Well, is there any other news, Nick? I think that's probably it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at Nintendo's
Twitter.
Yeah, they just said something about the NSO games coming. But
they're not already out, the Game Boy games?
No, they're out now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It just got released.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And there's no games coming out this week, right? It's just next Friday is when all the stuff drops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm good. I don't need anything else right now.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good.
Maybe just one more though. Just one more. Just one more. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the show. I feel like the less news there is, the more games we play. So maybe that works out for us for the better.
I think it does work out that way.
I think the games topic of what we've been playing has been carrying the show the last couple of weeks. But
yeah,
hey, that's fine with me. So yeah, we'll be back next week. I'm sure I'll be talking more, maybe a little bit more Spider-Man. I'm probably finishing it. Demon Souls. Maybe I'll bust open Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
Try that out.
Yeah, that one too.
Is that one pretty good with like the
haptics?
Haptic feedbacks?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah, that one's. I think each weapon
is different.
Different haptics wise.
Okay, that's cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.